Hi, Auntie Amy. I'm just leaving my Calc 3 class. We have late night lectures and I get out at 8:10. And now I'm going to Straps, but I have to walk all the way to my car in the cold, and it's so fun because there's snow everywhere. And I just took my first Calc 3 quiz of the year. I think I got 100, and that's exactly where I want to be. That's exactly where I should be. It's so reassuring. I don't know that I did yet, but I verified with this student that did just ever so slightly better than me in Calc 2, Miriam. And she did the same things I did. So it's just exciting. It's nerve-wracking. I miss this high from taking exams so much, especially math exams. I just love them. Problems weren't necessarily spicy if you did your homework, but it's conceptual in a cool way, and it's like, write the equation of a sphere that touches the xy plane only once. So you need to know, or the xz plane. So they give you a point. It has 3 values. You walk in the direction you need to walk through the diagram to get to the point. And then you say, hey, how far away is this point from the xz plane? It's 7 units. 7 units must be my radius then. If 7 units is my radius, and the furthest point on that sphere is only going to touch the xz plane one time. So now I'm going to write an equation using that center origin point that they gave us and set it equal to the radius squared. So we set it equal to 49 in this case. And that gives you the equation. Boom, done. And then the next question was, describe the region bounded by the vertical plane x equals 6. So that's just like an infinite plane it's just like a pane of glass. Think of it like that. It just extends when x equals 6 all the way as far as you could possibly go, to the left, to the right, to the top, to the bottom, to the corners. Every single freaking direction. That's it. It's just a pane of glass. Huge one. Bounded by that and the YZ plane. Well, the YZ plane is when x is 0. So if you know that, then you can just say, hey, I'm going to bound my restrictions of x from 0 to 6, not including 0 and 6, because it's not on those planes, it's between those planes. You got to watch the wording there. And there's your answer. And then the final question wanted us to determine the region bounded by a solid cylinder, which means you want the points inside, not just the shell, which is 2D. We want 3D dimension here, which means you have to have an inequality. So you're going to bound this cylinder from the z equals 5 plane, which is a horizontal plane. Again, infinite pane of glass, but now it's horizontal, not vertical, all the way down to a circle with radius 4 on the xy plane. What is that? It's just a disc. It's a circle, and it has a radius of 4. And the xy plane happens to be when, z is 0. So if you know that, then you know your restrictions for z, which means z has to stay between, including 0 and 5. So you use those inequality symbols for that. And then your equation is that of a circle, but because you're stacking these circles infinitely many from z equals 0 to z equals 5, it ends up becoming a solid cylinder. So you use the equation of a circle, and when you relay that over a nice length of height, it gives you a cylinder. So, yep, there you have it. That's what we've learned so far. Well, we've learned way more than that, but that was the first quiz. So I definitely need to study. This was reassuring for me to be like, oh, I do understand it, and I can communicate this clearly to other people. However, I am about to embark on a ton of heavy mathy curriculum, so I just need to keep my head in the game and stay focused. All right, my phone's about to die. I'm still going to my parking structure. And I'm walking right down the middle of the road, which probably isn't very smart, but anywho, I'll call you later, my friend. I love you so much. Okay, bye.